In the middle of a nasty, nasty blizzard across southwestern Manitoba and southeastern Saskatchewan, including the northern plains at this hour, and it looks as if the storm continues to intensify as it goes on. Travel is not advised at this time and will likely not be advised until late Saturday evening. Here's one of the storm chasers out in the field in somewhere east of Winnipeg, I believe.
This is Storm Chaser Aaron J. Jock here in southern Manitoba, where blizzard conditions continue to rage here in the southwestern part of the province, just north of the North Dakota border here in voicemanusa, Manitoba, a little town here on the Canadian Prairie, the eastern Canadian Prairie, and it has been relentless here all night as strong winds are blowing the snow that's falling here. It's hard to tell, no way to tell how much snow is falling here, but it has been heavy at times. Just recently we had some heavy snow. It looked like it was probably at least a half-inch per hour snow rates, but now it's mostly just blowing snow, causing problems here. Lots of drifting problems on the streets here. Mostly in town, when you get just outside of town, snow is just blowing across the highways there, unless there's trees or something that where it can start to cause those drifting problems. But here in town, lots of drifting, but it's not too bad. I'm able to get around with my all-wheel drive vehicle. But it is a nasty day here on the Canadian Prairie. Most people staying indoors. I have seen a few people out, even some people a little sled walk to go to the bakery. So it was actually looked like not a bad way to spend a blizzard here on the Canadian Prairie, where things continue to rage today. And all day it's going to keep blowing like this. We still do have those easterly winds. So that tells me the center of the low pressure system still just off to our west, down to the southwest, I believe, in North Dakota. But eventually these winds will turn out of the northwest and continue to pile up the snow, causing big drifts all day today and even into tomorrow, late till tomorrow. This is Storm Chaser Aaron J. Jack chasing this nasty blizzard here in southern Manitoba.
Oh, man, he is doing some great work. Aaron J. Jack is a storm chaser. You can follow him on Twitter, Aaron J. Jack, AARON Jack. He is all over the place, making some miles. He was east of Winnipeg, and then he's in Boissevain, and then he was in Saskatchewan. He's all over the place, doing a tremendous job. Has provided a whole bunch of footage of the storm. Here he is out on the highways. The visibility on the highways is really not all that good, and it's the wind. If you're in a sheltered area, not quite as bad, but out in the open areas, it can be quite dangerous at times. Here's some of Aaron's footage from earlier this afternoon. Near zero visibility at times. So again, if you are going to be traveling, exercise extreme caution. Travel is not recommended at this time. Here's the good news, though. The good news is that it looks as if the storm system will move through a little faster than originally predicted. So probably closer to midnight tonight, we're going to see this taper off and conditions will start to improve. The winds will continue, though, so that is going to cause visibility issues on the highways, but at least the snow will stop, and it'll give us a chance to kind of recuperate from this March blizzard. The winds are really whipping. I am in Brandon right now, and the winds are really whipping hard and likely causing some visibility issues where you are. Corey Callahan was also on the highway just a few minutes ago, and this is what it looked like when Corey was on the highway. That's some scary stuff. Those cars come up fast on you. And it is looking like this in open areas right across southern Manitoba at this hour, and likely until dark. And when things get dark, things can get even more dangerous. We're seeing on the weather radar all that blue mass, that moisture. And would you believe all this stuff has come in from California? It is part of the moisture train that is blown through from California and across the Rockies, and it is developed into this system that stretches from Yorkton, Saskatchewan to Chicago. And east of Chicago, they'll be getting rain tonight and into tomorrow. But it is a massive system, the top of which is affecting the northern plains and southern Manitoba at this hour. So that's from Corey out on the highway. Here's a look at the latest road shot, and you can barely see downtown Winnipeg because of the snow at this hour. Here's a shot from Aaron. He says that he was out on the road where he could measure wind gusts to 60 to 70 kilometers an hour. Here's more from Aaron. You can just hear the wind blowing. Man. It's whipping. It is whipping. Be very careful. Again, travel is not advised if you've got to do it this evening or tonight. But as I mentioned earlier, it looks as if this system will move out of the Dakotas early this evening, around 8, 9 o'clock, and then should be pushed north of southern Manitoba into the Interlake and kind of into the northern part of the province, likely in the overnight hours. The wind will stay with us, though. It's going to whip around for a while. Be very, very careful if you are out on the roads. The snowfall warning, in effect, continues as well through early this evening. That was tweeted not too long ago from CTV Winnipeg. And I'm going to see if I can get one more shot here for you. Oh, here's Aaron with the... He's storm chasing, but he took a break to take a family photo, and I think it's only fitting that we show you Aaron with his kids here. Look at that. And the dogs. Dogs are loving the snow, hey? Oh, look at the dogs. Let's go play in the wind and the snow. Parking lots around Brandon are full of snow. Very difficult to get around in, says Tom. And Tom is one of those snow-clearing folks who is likely frantically trying to get to as many places as he can, as quickly as he can, to try and get snow cleared this afternoon. The snow should stop this evening, but winds will continue to blow, which means we're probably going to be shoveling for the foreseeable future just because drifts are going to be a bit of an issue for the next few days. This from Suzanne. This is taken about a block south of the perimeter. Reduced visibilities. Suzanne says, don't take the perimeter. It is awful. There are whiteouts. I would not be surprised if it's closed, she says. And then she took this shot from her backyard. Not extremely dramatic footage by any stretch, but she's a little bit sheltered there. So Winnipeg, you know how bad it can get on that perimeter. So be very, very cautious if the perimeter remains open, because the wind has got to be whipping across that Trans-Canada Highway and affecting perimeter travel across the city of Winnipeg this afternoon. So don't forget, we move our clocks ahead by 1 hour tonight. Yeah, we skip forward an hour, so don't forget to do that. And in the meantime, the word of the day is caution, followed by snow and wind. But chances are you've seen this by just simply looking out your window. But nevertheless, you're going to understand that now it's going to end a little earlier than we thought, which is good news. And we'll be shoveling for a while because it's going to be blowing around for some time. Jason says, not quite as bad in Winnipeg yet, so I would assume then the perimeter is likely still open. But if you are going to be out traveling, Jay, be very, very careful because the winds are really causing some problems out there this afternoon. And we appreciate those updates from Aaron and from you, too. We'll talk to you again on Monday morning, 7 a.m. on the Tyler Glenn Show. And in the meantime, be safe. Be careful. And enjoy the rest of your weekend. Don't forget to move those clocks ahead.